and then you come to me. Okay. Making tie fleece blankets are fun and easy to make. They make great presents and last a long time. There are a few materials you need for this project. To begin, you need a scissors, preferably a craft scissors because it tends to cut through the fleece faster, sewing pins, and 2 cardboard cutouts. One needs to be 1x3 and one needs to be a 3x3. You will use these when you make the blanket, so it's important if you ever tend to make more than one, you save them in your sewing kit. Also, you will need 2 pieces of fleece, one colored and one a fun print. For this case, I chose to make a Philadelphia's Eagles blanket. I chose to use a black thing too. So, on how to make a fleece blanket by Nancy's Notions, she states, someone you love will appreciate this warm and cozy blanket every time they snuggle into it. So, first, before you start making your tie fleece blanket, you need to make sure you wash and dry it. You can wash it on normal, fast setting, it doesn't matter as long as you wash and dry it. I always wash them separately just in case so the colors never bleed. After you wash your blanket, it's important to lay the blanket out and get it so it's smooth and flat. Some people like to use hard surfaces, but when I make my blankets, I always use the carpet. Amarano from Instructables.com says, lay the 2 pieces of fleece wrong sides together and then trim off any ends as necessary to make them the same size. So, after you lay your blanket out and you have your right sides together, you will know that it's right sides because if you flip this over, you can see how this isn't the same color as the dark side. Okay, so now we are going to cut off the excess fleece. We do not want this white strip to be on there when we go to make our blanket. So I will cut this off. Making a nice crisp cut. Then you can throw those away because you don't need them again. After this, you will take safety pins and pin your blanket together. I usually pin 3 or 4 inches up, so that way when I'm taking my strips to make my fringes, it's easier to cut and I'm not cutting through pins. Also, sometimes some people like to use tape to hold their blankets together, but I've always found that pins work better and easier for my cases, but it also depends on the person. So now that I have it pinned together, my blanket is not going to go anywhere. The next thing I'm going to do is in each of the 4 corners of the blanket, I'm going to take my 3x3 cardboard cutout and I'm going to cut the corners out. So I'm going to place it on my blanket and I'm going to nice and easy cut. You can also throw this out after you are done because you won't need it again. So after you do that to each of the 4 corners, I am going to take my 1x3 cardboard cutout and I'm going to cut fringes along the entire blanket. This is time consuming, very time consuming, but it makes for a great blanket after you are done. So I will quickly cut these out. Notice how my pins are high enough that I'm not cutting into them when I go to do my thing. So after, I will keep cutting all the way along. After I get that done, then I will start and tie my blanket. I always tie so my color fabric is right side up with the print fabric and vice versa, as it seems to look nicer. So as you do this throughout the whole blanket, you will finish it because it'll be easy to do as you go all the way around. If you are ever in need of a great gift idea, the fleece blankets are fun and easy to do.